Here is, as promised, Paul Gilmour, who's just been listening to that news conference that we brought you a little bit of from Nuno Espírito Santo out in Portugal, where Pacos de Ferreira are the opponents for Tottenham tomorrow in European competition. Did we learn much?
Well, Nick, as we heard a short time ago, Harry Kane's future has got football talking, and that is no different in press conferences with Nuno Espírito Santo. That is the place that has been most dominant. A complete majority of questions about Harry Kane to Nuno Espírito Santo, and he was asked at one point this evening from Portugal whether Harry Kane would play against Wolves in the Premier League at the weekend.
I cannot answer this. What I can tell you is that he's better. He's better. He's getting his fitness better and better each day. Like you said, he worked today, he's going to work tomorrow, and he's going to join the group on Friday. And Saturday we'll make the decision who's going to be involved in the next game.
He must be hating all this, Nuno. How did he deal with all that? How was his mood being asked all the time about a man who's not even there in the country?
Exactly. He's almost like a robot at this point. He's just throwing out the answers, and of course they'll be carefully crafted answers as well. We heard him talk about Harry Kane's fitness. That is the reason that has been given for him staying behind in London. You would have thought this would have been a perfect game, a European Conference League playoff game to get Harry Kane some minutes. It hasn't happened. He has stayed behind, and often what happens when there is any chance of a multi-million-pound transfer like this happening is the player will not be anywhere near a pitch. So perhaps no surprise in that sense, but the reasons given are fitness, so it will be interesting. The next stage is keep an eye on the weekend. Let's see if he gets onto the pitch against Wolves. We're being told that Harry Kane is well aware of the situation and will not let Tottenham down if the decision is taken to bring him off the bench, for example, or start him or play him in the game at some point. That will happen, so he could well play at some point at the weekend, but we're going to have to wait and see what the decision is taken by Nuno and his coaching staff, whether he believes that the team from last weekend against Manchester City has done enough to start again. It's going to be fascinating to watch.
But there's nothing coming out of Tottenham or anywhere else to indicate that his desire to leave has changed in any way.
That has not changed. Our information is that Harry Kane still wants to leave Tottenham. Manchester City still want to buy him. But the problem for Manchester City is Daniel Levy is showing no signs whatsoever of coming to the negotiating table. We did say last week about Manchester City believing they could maybe do a deal at around £120 million, 125, somewhere around that, with performance-related add-ons. We also said back in May and reported back in May that the real crux of this problem, the problem of the verbal agreement that Harry Kane believes he has with Daniel Levy that stretches back to last summer when Daniel Levy said he believes that give us a season under Mourinho, we're going in the right direction, we're going to go and try and win trophies. It obviously didn't work out that way. A good illustration this week that they're preparing for this Europa Conference League playoff. That is not where Harry Kane wants to be. He wants to be winning Premier League titles, he wants to be going for Champions League titles, and he wants to become the Premier League's all-time record goal scorer. So he wants all of that. He's an ambitious guy. From what I'm told, it's not personal towards Tottenham. It's all to do with this verbal agreement. As we know, Harry Kane has an enormous amount of affection for Tottenham, the club's fans and the club, but it doesn't change the fact he has these ambitions, and he hopes that people understand because he's ambitious and he wants to move on with his career.